Hey, good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is hump day, hump day, hump day. Good morning to all of you, or whatever time it might be that you're seeing this video. It took a while to process it today, so I'm sure it's not going to be out there in the morning, the early morning, like it should be. But anyway, good morning, folks. Happy hump day, June the 17th, 2020. Let me put down some caffeine. Well, I hope all of you had a good evening last night. Mine was uneventful, as usual. You know, Sir Prince and myself, we generically camped out in the Warzy land yacht, my motorhome. I cooked out on a grill. I did some chicken thighs last night. I seasoned those up real nice. I made sure they were at room temperature. My seasoning of choice was some onion powder, some garlic pepper powder, okay, that you can buy at any grocery store if you want, or you can make your own. Just get your garlic powder and fresh cracked pepper, mix it all together, you know, and there's your garlic pepper. I had that on there, and I did have a little bit of seasoning, allspice seasoning, or whatever you want to call it. You know, lightly salt seasoning. But then I put that on my grill, my charcoal grill, my Kingsford charcoal grill. I got to start using my Weber kettle charcoal grill. I haven't had that out, or I should say I haven't had either one of my two Weber kettle charcoal grills out in quite a while now. But I've been using my Kingsford charcoal grill that I got from my neighbor next door. Fine gentleman, his name is Jim, and one day I was out there on my front porch getting my mail, and I kind of looked around the corner to see, you know, I could smell Jim was doing something, excuse me, and he was cooking on his Kingsford charcoal grill. I said, good morning, Jim, or good afternoon, whatever it might be, obviously in the afternoon. He said, hey, Ralph, how you doing? He said, you got a minute? I'm paraphrasing. I said, sure. So I went over and I talked to Jim for a few minutes about this, that, and that, you know, other things. And he said, by the way, do you know anybody that would want a grill? And I went, huh? Because I perk up when there's grills involved. I have a lot of grills. Some of my friends will know that. But anyway, I said, what do you mean, a grill? And he pointed to this Kingsford charcoal grill. And he's got a cover for it and a whole bit, you know. He said, I'm getting rid of this thing. I said, you are? Why? He goes, I'm going to get me a propane grill. I am tired of using charcoal. I just want to use propane. I said, it ain't going to be the same taste. He goes, yeah, I know that. And again, this is my opinion. But he said, yeah, I know that. He says, I'm just getting too lazy to light the charcoal grill and wait for it to ash over, yada, 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 yada. And I understand that, but I'm a die-hard charcoal grill. Now, I do have a propane grill. I got a little one that goes in my motorhome, or when I would go down to Cape May at our camper down there, I'd have a little propane grill down there. Only when I'd use my propane grills when, number one, I was lazy, and number two, if I didn't want to, like Jim, spend a lot of time waiting for the charcoal to ash up, especially when there were just myself and Carol living here. You know, sometimes it wasn't worth wasting my charcoal to make two steaks or whatever I might be grilling, you know. But anyway, I'm getting off track. So I did my chicken thighs yesterday, and man, they turned out real nice. Yes, they did. And how I got a hold of some chicken thighs, I went to my grocery store yesterday because I was down in the area. I had to do some shopping at the Dollar General for some cleaning supplies. But I went into my grocery store, and ironically, it was Tuesday, so it was Senior Citizen Discount Day. You know, I got a discount of like 73 cents. But I'll take it. So I went over to the meat department, and I wanted to pick up some ground meat to do a couple hamburgers on the grill. You know, I like a good hamburger that has that grill flavor, charcoal, if you will, flavor. And there goes my phone. Anyway, the ground meat, Jesus, it's like $5, just about $5 a pound. I said, the heck with this. For hamburger meat? No. And they didn't have different varieties. All they had was 80-20%, all right? And it was, I think it was $4.96 a pound. It was somewhere right around there. Real close to $5 a pound. And I figured, now, screw this. Not now. You know, I'll do that with a steak every now and then. If I have a strong urge for a good steak, I'll pay the price to get a good steak. But I'm not going to pay $5 or close to $5 a pound for a hamburger. It just ain't cutting it. At least not right now. I mean, down the road, if that's the price that it's going to be, then I'll have to bite the bullet. But meat prices are, at least around here, are just over the top. So I shuffled on down to the chicken aisle in the meat department, and they had some chicken thighs. I got a family pack. Excuse me. I think there were six thighs in a pack. And even the thighs were up there a little bit in price. They were $1.49 a pound. So I brought all those home, and I cut open the package, and I laid out all 6 thighs, and then I get my meat shearers, and I take the thighs, and I cut off the extra chicken skin. You know, because they always have an abundance of skin left on these thighs, and they do that because that creates the price. You know, after I cut off my X amount of chicken thigh skin, which is a nice little clump sitting there, it's like a half a pound of skin, you know, because if I leave it on there, it's just going to flare up anyway. So I cut it off, and I seasoned up my thighs, all 6 of them. And what I do, and I've said this in the past, I took 4 of my thighs, and I get my handy-dandy Ziploc bag, and I put my seasoned thighs, the 4 of them, in my Ziploc bag, and I write on it with a permanent magic marker, seasoned chicken thighs, what date I bought them and seasoned them, and I stick it in the freezer. That way, when I'm ready to have chicken thighs again, I'll just go in there and, okay, oh yeah, chicken thighs, and that's from June, okay, yeah, I'll pull them out, and maybe I'll break 2 out of those, and I'll cook them up. But I always try to season my meats up before I freeze it. I think I've told you all this before. If you haven't ever done that, try that. You know, season your meat up when you get it, you know, and then stick it in the freezer, if you freeze yours. That way the seasoning's already in there, and before it actually gets frozen, it starts to penetrate into your meats. Whether it's your chicken, your pork, you know, pork chops, whatever, your steaks, your chuck roast or whatever kind of roast, season that stuff up and then freeze it. Just my opinion. Okay, that's enough of that. Today is Newt Gingrich's birthday. He's 77 years young today. Happy birthday, Newt. And I didn't realize until I started doing my research, he's from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I never knew that. Hey, happy birthday, Newt. He was the Speaker of the House at one time. In my humble opinion, most definitely a better Speaker of the House than what we have right now. But again, that's just my opinion. His net worth is $6.7 million. All right, compared to Ms. Pelosi's net worth. I don't want to get into that, but check out her net worth, and maybe Newt's is higher than 6.7, but it's not as high as Nancy's. And then you got to wonder where these politicians become these multi-millionaires. You know, you got to wonder how they're doing it on $146,000 or $176,000 a year. You know, it just doesn't add up. Okay, that's enough of my political rant, because my son is watching the video right now and he's going, Dad, you're not supposed to be talking about any political stuff on your good morning, have a cup of coffee videos. So I'll stop right there. Okay, good morning, RJ. How you doing, buddy? And Chrissy, good morning to you. Barry Manilow's birthday today. He's 77 years young. And guess where he was born? You got it. Brooklyn, New York. His net worth is approximately $100 million. He's a singer, a songwriter, an actor, a music producer. He does it all besides just writing the songs, you know. So happy birthday, Mr. Barry Manilow. And I did see him a couple years ago in concert. I'll tell you what, he puts on a hell of a nice show. He really does. So happy birthday to Newt and to Mr. Barry Manilow. Happy birthday to you guys. God bless you. Okay, let's do the 3-day weather forecast. No, we're not going to go to Brooklyn, New York. We're going to go over here to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, where Newt was born. Wednesday in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Today, 80 for a high, 64 for a low, and mostly cloudy. And by the way, Newt was Republican. Thursday in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. 79 for a high, 66 for a low, and 50% chance of rain in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania on Thursday. Friday in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. 80% chance of rain, or excuse me, what am I saying? Friday, the high is going to be 80. The low is going to be 66, and a 90% chance of thunderstorms on Friday in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So, if you're traveling down this way into the Pennsylvania area, and you might be in the Harrisburg area, just watch your weather reports, because Friday's not looking good. 90% chance of thunderstorms. Let's see. Now let's go over here to Mount Airy, North Carolina, where Andy Griffith's show was based on Mount Airy, North Carolina, because that was his hometown. I was there once. A nice little area. And all the people treated me and my family very well. I broke down there, and I told you this story before, I think. I broke down there a number of years ago. I had a motorhome, ironically, and we were traveling, and my motorhome took a crap, for an educational term. I had to get it fixed, and ironically, I didn't get it fixed to drive it on home. Matter of fact, I was coming back from doing a DJ gig in I think it was in Georgia, over there at, I think it was Lake Lanier Island in Georgia, but I was coming back with the family in a motorhome, and all my DJ gear was in there, and I broke down, and we stayed overnight in a hotel, a family-run hotel, and they were real nice to us. The following day, they had like a family reunion, and I think we were about the only ones that were not family staying at that hotel. And they knocked on the door, and the lady said, "Hey, if you'd like to bring your family and join us, we're having a cookout in the backyard there, and there will be hot dogs and hamburgers and desserts, and there will be soda pop and punch." And I took the kids out there, and Carol was along. We went out there. We had a terrific time in Mount Airy, North Carolina. The most friendliest people that I've met in a long, long, long time. So kudos to Mount Airy, North Carolina. Okay, that's enough of that story. Wednesday, over there in Mount Airy, North Carolina, 66 for a high, 61 for a low, and 80% chance of rain. Thursday in Mount Airy, North Carolina, 73 for a high, 62 for a low, and 80% chance of rain again. Friday in Mount Airy, North Carolina, well, it's going to be back to back to back. There's an 80% chance of rain on Friday also. The high on Friday is going to be 79 and 63 for a low. So there's your 3-day weather forecast for Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and Mount Airy, North Carolina. And I think I'd like to go back up there again, maybe to a campground or something. I got all these dreams, and I got to start fulfilling my dreams. Right now I'm mapping out my up-and-coming road trip in my land yacht, my motorhome, with myself and Sir Prince. I've been loading clothes in there, and I got some beverages in the refrigerator. Everything's working fine, and it's time to do it, So I'm going to break loose here within the next week or two. So, all right, folks. National. Today is National Eat Your Veggies Day. I got a story about vegetables. When I was married to Paulette, God rest her soul, her 3 sons, Harry, Jimmy, and Lloyd, we all lived together, and they were quite young at the time, but we'd cook up food, and I can remember one incident, and my buddy Lloyd, he'll get a kick out of this, and make sure you tell Harry, or Jimmy, make sure you tell Harry, okay? He'll just shake at this idea. We'd cook up meals, and we'd have peas, vegetables, all right? Harry hated peas, and I was very adamant on, eat your peas, at least try them before you say you don't like them. Well, this one night, he would take 1 pea at a time on a spoon and then quick wash it down with water. But that was just a memory from way back when. But anyway, today is Eat Your Vegetable Days, today. So National Eat Your Vegetable Day is today. And also it is National Stewart's Root Beer Day. I've had Stewart's Root Beer. It's pretty good. Matter of fact, thinking of Stewart's Root Beer, I haven't had it since the Bullet has been here. And that's been a while. The Bullet, I call her the Bullet. That's her nickname from me to her. That's my youngest granddaughter, Brianna. When she's over, I'll make root beer floats for the 2 of us. I call them Pabst world famous root beer floats. And I got a hankering right now to get some good vanilla ice cream and make some root beer floats. And when I make my root beer floats, I do the root beer and the vanilla ice cream, but I also put a drizzle of Hershey's chocolate syrup in there, So you got a chocolate root beer float. Try it out. Okay, that's it, folks. Have a great day today. Lord, I got almost 21 minutes into this video. What am I doing today? Not much going on today that I'm aware of at this time, but things could change. I hope you guys have a great day today. Let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods, what your plans are for your Father's Day weekend, what you're doing. Are you cooking out? You know, send me a private message. I'd like to hear from you guys. If you like my video today, do me a favor, hit that like button. And as I've said before, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel. And when you hit that subscribe button, after you subscribe to my channel, there's a little bell. Hit that bell twice, and then you'll have an option to be notified every time I make a video. If you want to know when I make my videos, hit that every time bell. That way, when I make a video every day, you'll be nudged. It'll be like an alarm. You can watch it any time of the day you want, but you'll know that, hey, Warzy made another video. Maybe I'll sit down and watch it while I'm doing virtually nothing, you know. All right, I'm going to put this down one more time. To all my family and friends, my neighbors, my co-workers in the past, and who knows, maybe my future co-workers, and my new friends. Jim, by the way, thank you very much for taking me up to Roush Creek Trail Riders Camp, I guess you call it. I had a very enjoyable time yesterday. Thank you for inviting me along. Cheers and Nostrovia to all of you guys. God bless you. And L'chaim. And yes, I am Polish. All right. Thank you, God, for another day on earth. Pray to your God for peace on earth. And remember, no matter how bad we think we have it, nah. Somebody else always has it worse. All right. Love your family and your kids, because we're not guaranteed tomorrow. Don't forget that. On 3, I'm going to punch out. I'll talk to all of you guys maybe tomorrow, if the good Lord's willing, and let me have another day on earth. We'll see you now. On 3, I'm going to punch out. Have a great day. And a big smile now. 1, 2, 3. Big smile. Here we go. Peace.